kilometers from the town of Belgaum, and we are here for its documentation. Right now we are standing in front of the Changleshwari temple.
The Changleshwari temple in the village of Yajur acts as a focal point of the whole village. Everyone in the village knows about this and they come here to pray to the Changleshwari Devi. It is most active during Jatras in the month of April and is the main festive zone of the village. It also acts as a congregational space for all the age groups at various times of the day.
This temple is more than 200 years old. That was the part of the temple which was built initially. All these have been built in the later ages. We can also see the beautiful artistry on the walls as well as the columns, which are wooden but have beautifully carved features. The intricately carved brackets on the entrance enhance the beauty of the temple. The area has become more flamboyant because of the festival of Dussehra and Diwali. The interesting feature was not just the temple but also the temple precincts. So while taking a walk at the side of the temple, I just came across some other interesting features. There is not just a tailoring shop towards the front but also towards the side. I was wondering whether it's a coincidence. But going ahead, I could even see a doorway on the side, which is the exit from the temple after people take darshan here. We are right now sitting at the backside of the Changleshwari temple. Here is the notice board of the temple in which the important activities that will be taking place in the temple are mentioned. This is the flag post of the temple itself. To the rear side of the temple, we have the Changleshwari Gully, which is a completely residential area. The residential area of Changleshwari Gully has either ground plus one or ground structures. They have either Mangalore tiles or flat roofs. Parking is mainly done on the roads and household activities are done on the front and rear ends of the houses. After the Changleshwari Gully, we now move towards the entrance of the village. As soon as we enter the village, we have a high school towards one side. Towards the other, we have other public amenities, which include a veterinary hospital, a primary school, and a proposed vegetable market. It also has a crematory. From the entrance, we now move to the Virat Gully. The first gully as we enter the village is the Virat Gully. There we have a cooperative society of Belgaum from the Taluk district. The one important feature that is seen in most of the houses in this gully are the storage area, which is generally made on the top. Also the Tulsi Katta, which can be seen in almost all the houses of the village. Talking about the houses of the village, we have the attic on top, again like the storage area. As well as we see the front veranda, which is a multifunctional space used for parking, playing kids during the evening times, as well as for other household activities. It is a nice thing that we have come to this village during the Dussehra time, as we can see a pandal which is set. The Durga Puja of the praying of Ma Durga is mainly done around the festival of Dussehra. And we can see the various lightings on this road as well as that, which define the pathway to this particular pandal. While taking a walk towards the side of the gully, I could see people indulged in various activities. And one activity that took my attention was the making of the fort or Killa. Another important thing that reflects the Marathi culture is the making of the fort during the Diwali festival. After the beautiful work of the kids, I decided to go to the main road of Yellur, the main commercial street. This is the Shivaji Road, which is a connecting road to the whole of the village. The main Shivaji Road is the primary road and it connects to the various secondary and tertiary roads of the village. It is also a commercial street and all the shops and other public amenities are on this road. Walking from there, I came across another temple just next to the Changleshwari temple. It was equally very interesting. From the Changleshwari temple, we moved to another interesting feature of the village, which is another temple just by its side. Let's go and see. We're standing in front of the Maruti temple in Yellur. This is a very, very silent space, as you can see, especially during the afternoon times. The houses here have common thresholds, which we can say is very good as a congregational space. Even the courtyard which is formed in between and with the temple vicinity. This space is very dynamic in nature and can be used as a multifunctional space. From here, as we go to the houses by the side, we can see the kattas, which can be used for resting by anybody who visits this place. They won't be questioned by the people staying here. And the natural shadow that you can see is giving shade to these houses. From there, we now move on to the Mallikarjun Gully. We have now entered the Mallikarjun Gully. In the beginning of the gully, we have a dairy here which is run by a woman itself. This is a completely residential gully. The main feature, or as we can say, the focal point of the gully is the house Kalgoda. It is a socially gathering space and is given to the people of this gully for carrying out various functions in their houses. Here we have the god which is called Thala. It has been here since a very, very long time. The Thal god is very, very important to the people of the gully. It is said to prosper them a lot. They said that this placement of the god in the house, actually with the shed on top, had created a lot of problems for the people staying in the house. Later on, as they created a hole on top so that natural light and water could come in, this god was happy and pleased and prospered them even more. Speaking to the locals here, we came to know the people staying here believe that when it actually rains and rainwater falls on top of the god, the rain actually decreases. This is the Pimple Katta, which is the main bus stop of the village, as well as the people tree out here is worshipped by many women during many other festivals. These are the two streets which are divided by the Nala in between. This particular Nala divides both the streets. And you can see that the people have encroached upon this particular land and they are using it as an extension of their own houses. It is used as a storage area for drying clothes, as parking space, etc. The statue of Shivaji, which is on the top. Actually, I'm very excited to see what is above on that mount. So let's go and check it out. After visiting half of the village, I entered a completely different and mystic space. It's a lake! And it's beautiful. This is actually such a beautiful area. I mean, the trees and the shade and the awesome wind flowing. You know, you can spend some very nice time out here, just sitting down and, enjoying yourself and getting mixed in the nature's beauty. On the lakeside, silent, a person like me can just sit there and write some poetry or just listen to some very, very nice and soothing music. I could even see some women washing clothes, and this actually brought out the multifunctionality of the lake. From there, I decided to take a tour to the backyard spaces, their problems and potentials. We are right now in the backyard of another cluster of houses. As we had talked about the Tulsi Katta in the beginning, this is one of them. This basically defines the house in a way that it does not have any front or rear facade. We even have the well, and this space is so cool and so windy that in summer, even in this scorching heat, there are ladies out there sitting and gossiping during the afternoon timings. This can actually get converted into a small cluster level community space. A community space, a playground, a storage area, or even a courtyard. Presently, we are in the Brahmaling Gully. This is the temple in the gully, and this gully connects to the Ramdev Gully, which has got another temple. This particular road is the extension area of the whole village. There we can see the well, where most of the people of this village come to fill water. The extension area also connects to the fields. Since most of the people here are farmers, it is their daily bread and butter. We are now at the entrance of the Ramdev Gully. Just at the entrance of the Ramdev Gully is the Ganesh temple. Like most of the other temples of the village, even this temple is multifunctional, like it forms a congregational space or a place where even Ganesh idols are sold during Ganesh Chaturthi. From the Ramdev Gully, we enter the Dashari Street, which is a place where mostly the lower caste people stay. As you can see, the area is not very hygienic and not well maintained. The people staying here do not stay in a very hygienic condition. But seeing the physicality of the street, we can see a courtyard sort of a space being formed, and even a well from where people fetch water. We had entered Ramdev Gully in the early evenings, and what we saw, we want all of you to see. The various activities taking place on the street, people sitting outside their houses, just having some good quality time together. Even saw kids playing. It was just a beautiful view. From there, we started moving to our next destination. On the way, we saw even more residences, a high school, and a panchayat house. And there, next to the temple, kids building another fort. And so we reached our next destination. I'm right now standing on the steps of the Futak lake. This lake is actually dry, but it is used as a Kushti Maidan during summer season. Kushti is a very important sport in this village. From there we moved to another destination, the Parmeshwar Nagar. We are currently in Parmeshwar Nagar, the last extension area of the village of Yellur. Here you can see few houses where people reside and a beautiful view of the Yellurgarh Fort from here. The Yellurgarh Fort, built by Shivaji. We can now see the trekway to this fort. It takes approximately 20 minutes to climb up the hill. This place also gives us a beautiful view of the whole Yellur village as well as Belgaum. Behind me is the last bus stop of the Yellur village. This particular road leads to one particular village and this road to another. I see a lot of people coming from this side. Well, I'm pretty curious to know why. On the way to finding out where the people are coming from, I just came across the primary health center of Yellur. I came uphill to find out what is attracting the crowd so much. and I came across the Hari Mandir.
The Hari Mandir, where people come to pray during the evening times. We even have a beautiful view again of the Shivaji's Yellur Fort from here.
Beautiful open fields, kids playing, flying kites.
The view just after coming out of the Hari Mandir. Oh, it makes me feel like staying back here. Now taking a closer look at the Yellurgarh Fort. There is a temple of Shiva inside and the beautiful view from on top of the fort. As the sun was setting and we were coming towards the end of our journey, we could see the beautiful pandals we had seen in the morning times lighted up during the evening. The pathway, the people, oh, it was so beautiful. With this, we come to the end of our journey into the village of Yellur. Hope you enjoyed this as much as we did creating it. Thank you.